Hi YouTubers and Facebook people and everybody else. I want to do a short video on how to remove the stem from a propane tank. So the first thing you got to do is you want to look at the date of manufacturer. This one is 1988. You can see with my glove, the end of my finger. It's kind of a cold day up here in New Hampshire. We just got about 4 inches last night of snow. So anyway, you look at the date. If it's 15 years beyond that date, so it's an 88, so it'd be, you know, 2000 whatever, 2004 whatever. I can't really do math right now, but so again, you look at the date. This date is it has to be requalified within 12 years. It's cheaper just to buy a new one from Blue Gas or whatever that company is there. So first thing we do is you make sure the tank is empty, and what you do is you take a piece of copper at the end of there's a little piece here at the end, and you shove it in the hole and make sure this valve is open, facing away from you. So it's facing away from you, see? So then you shove it in the hole. Make sure it's copper. Don't use steel, because steel on steel could make a bang and you're dead. So you let it all out, you expel all the gas, all right? So then you take this contraption here. Basically, it's a 1/2 inch welded socket onto a piece of 1/4 inch plate steel, welded both sides onto a piece of 2.5 inch schedule 40 with 2 notches cut out. One end is thick, the other side is thin. So you take your tool that you just made. Basically, you sawzall it. You just sawzall it, and then you bang down the edges like here. See, you bang these down, you just rip them right off. Sawzall it, or you can, you know, whatever you have for a tool. You can use any tool you want just to make those 2 notches. So the narrow end, which is this end, goes on to that end of the stem. So that goes on like that, and you can see how it clamps right on like that. All right. Then you get your 1/2 inch drive. Try to use one of the shittiest ones you got. I wouldn't use the snap-on. This is a Indestro USA. No idea where it came from. Make sure it's on the off position or loosening position. You definitely don't want to go against. This is going to be hard enough to do. So you get it in place. You get it in place. You get your thing you made. Get it on the valve stem itself. You get your rod that goes way out back to give you traction. Make sure the thin side's coming out and the heavy side's going down. Okay. So I'm just gonna put you over here for a minute. Hopefully you can see this. All right. The best you're gonna get, homies. So you got your tool in there. You put this on the position of pushing down, and you get your extension on your 1/2 inch drive. Put all your weight on it. In my case, 240 pounds. All right. And it breaks through. That's a lot of pressure on that, guys. I mean, that's definitely no joke. So then you just dismantle it. You put your tool over here, put your socket over there. Just see if you can do it by hand. I can do it by hand now, so you lose the pipe. Now it's free flowing, and take it off about halfway. Verify there's no pressurized gas in there. I don't hear anything. You can tell it's halfway when you start seeing the clean part of the thread versus the rusted part here. It's not really rust, it's just more oxidation. But, so you listen, don't hear anything, you finish unscrewing it, and it comes right out, see? So, it doesn't seem like a big deal, but this is all number 1. All these tanks are all considered number 1 prepared. All right. Then all these over here is dirty brass. You know, each one weighs about a pound. Some of these are more, depending on how heavy they are. But that's a technique for taking propane tanks off and the stems and recycling them at the scrapyard.